Hi, everyone, and welcome back to yet another exciting live session by Voice of Crypto. I'm your host and Voice of Crypto's editor in chief, Varuni Trivedi. Thank you so much for joining us as we wrap this year and as we inch closer to the end of this year. We will take a look at what this year has been, what all we have experienced, and how this year has panned out for the crypto Web3 blockchain market. But before that, a quick disclaimer for anyone who's joined. None of what we say on these sessions or what our guests say is financial advice. So make sure that you make informed decisions and that you do your own research in the crypto market. DYOR is the mantra to success in the crypto space. So always do your own research in this space. These are highly volatile assets. But for now, the larger crypto market has been looking rather conducive for gains and investments. More on that later. But before that, I also have another announcement for all our lovely Web3 communities. The first one being that we at Voice of Crypto do $100 weekly giveaway, and we have been doing this for the last couple of months. Quite a few winners have already claimed their bags. So if you keep on engaging, and if you make relevant comments, if you leave relevant comments or questions in the live comment section on whichever social media you're joining on, we would love to make you a part of these giveaways. So for that, make sure that you guys join our Telegram announcement channel, where where there are further instructions as to how you can get into these weekly $100 giveaway. Now, without further ado, we will take a look at the crypto market, how it has been over this week, over this year, and how it has been today. We will just quickly dive into the crypto market. While the global cryptocurrency market cap has definitely slumped a little bit in the last one day, we've seen the market cap dip by a little over 1%. It's nothing to worry about at the moment anyway, because the market is still intact above the market cap is still intact above the 1.65 trillion US dollar mark. The global crypto market volumes have also dipped by almost 15% in the last one day or so. They have nonetheless maintained over 70 billion US dollar. So, a good sign, all in all, for the larger crypto market. And the DeFi volumes made about 11% of the total crypto market's 24-hour volume. The stablecoin volumes made 88% of the total crypto market's 24-hour volume. Bitcoin dominance noted a bit of spike, but just yesterday we spoke about how Bitcoin dominance fell below the 50% mark, and this can, of course, give way to a lot of altcoins to skyrocket. And Bitcoin dominance falling also indicates that there's more money going into altcoins, and that the altcoin market cap relative to Bitcoin's market cap is getting a little bit stronger. So, a decent sign for altcoins for the short term, anyway. But there is a little bit of uptick in Bitcoin's dominance for now. As for Bitcoin's price, we saw BTC price jump quite a bit in the last one week, especially towards the middle of this week. Bitcoin price did rise. If we take a look at the weekly price action of BTC, we can definitely say that BTC had risen to almost 44K, and from there Bitcoin has now fallen down to the 42.8K US dollar level. While it's nothing to worry about, I think that the under 42K levels provide a good entry point for traders into Bitcoin. With the Bitcoin having just 112 days away, there is a lot of anticipation. There's also a lot of anticipation around the spot Bitcoin ETF. The final discussion on that would be happening in the first week of next year, January, and the market's eyes are onto the SEC, onto BlackRock, and a few other entities for this very decision. And if it does go through, we can see the market gain quite a bit of momentum, if at all that happens. Once again, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum's price in the last 1 day slumped by almost 1.59%. But if we take a look at Ethereum in the last 1 week, we can see that Ethereum price climbed above uh, 2400 and yeah, it climbed above 2400. It also reached 2428 on quite a few exchanges. Ethereum price did make it up to 2440, 45. However, for now, Ethereum is trading at about 2363, as we can see at press time. um, there is an almost 2% rise in terms of price for Ethereum in the last 1 week. On the month basis, Ethereum has gained over 14% on a yearly basis. If we look at the yearly gains that Ethereum has made, well, almost a little short of 100%, but quite a good trajectory for Ethereum on the long term basis as well. So, all in all, the price action does look intact. We will, of course, dive back into Ethereum and Bitcoin's price action later. But before that, a quick look at the top 10 altcoins, at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. BNB is once again back to the fourth rank. For some time, Solana had taken over BNB, and Solana was on the fourth place. But now we can see that BNB has jumped back to the fourth spot. So BNB has once again reclaimed its value, and that can be a good that is a good sign for BNB's market cap as well. That said, Solana is once again gaining. Solana is still above the $100 mark. It has noted over 5% gains on the daily, over 19% on the weekly. BNB's 18% gains on the weekly are do look pretty conducive for further gains. But for now, we can see that BNB is noting a bit of a fall. XRP again is falling by a little over 1.5%. Cardano has fallen by over 4% on the weekly. Avalanche has finally managed to gain some ground, but throughout yesterday, in the last 1 day or so, Avalanche wasn't doing as well. In fact, it was noting quite a bit of downfall as opposed to quite a few of its counterparts in the market. But AVAX is making a decent comeback with almost 3% hourly gains. Doge, on the other hand, not a lot of action for Dogecoin, and same goes for Shiba Inu. So clearly, the top two meme coins in the market at this point seem a little bit dry in terms of price action. In terms of gains, we can't, at this moment anyway, owing to Bitcoin's price fall, we're not seeing a lot of gains for quite a few altcoins at the moment. Matic down by over 4%, Chainlink down by over 6%. Um, Bitcoin Cash was noting quite a bit of healthy pump yesterday, but now again BCH is down by over 5%. Uniswap down by over 3%. Same for Cosmos, and well, if we take a look at the top 30 cryptocurrencies by market cap, most of them are noticing a little bit of a pullback on their daily price action. Nonetheless, for most of these, the weekly gains, however, remain intact. So not so the larger purview still sort of remains bullish for quite a few of these altcoins, including Uniswap with its over 22% gains, Near Protocols over 17% gains on the weekly, Optimism's over 24% gains, and so, all in all, a decent view on a weekly price window for quite a few of these cryptocurrencies. A quick look at some of the top gainers. Well, Bonk is back in action, so clearly not all meme coins are struggling or suffering at the moment, with Bonk noticing quite a bit of uptick in the last 1 day. On the hourly time frame as well, Bonk is noticing a decent uptick, a decent push from bulls. Over 4% gains on the hourly time frame. But if you take a look at the weekly price action, we can see that bonk is still short of almost 13% to cover the weekly price. Once bonk rises by another 15% or so, we can definitely see bonk recover from the weekly gains. That said, a new entry in the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap is Trellis TRB token, which has gained over 20% on the daily and over 40% on the weekly. Caspa doing pretty well with its over 15% daily gains and close to 15% weekly gains as well. Same goes for Helium. And Say Network, interestingly, is noticing a healthy pump with over 10% gains on the daily and over 56% gains on the weekly time frame. IOTA, Solana, and Mantle are a few other altcoins that have managed to make decent gains in the last 1 day. If we take a look at the weekly price action, Bitcoin SV, Mina, Say, and PancakeSwap have been some of the top gainers in the last week. Ordinals token Ordi has also managed to make almost 50% gains. Then we have Astar, Axie Infinity's AXS token, Optimism's OP, and of course Uniswap and Quant, who managed to make quite a bit of move in the market in the last 1 day or so. And this was a quick wrap of our price action today. Now, quickly jumping on to the top news of the day. Well, we know that a lot happens in the crypto, Web3, and blockchain market, especially in terms of regulation around the different geographies. And a recent news coming in from Indonesia said that Indonesian authorities cracked down on Bitcoin miners stealing electricity from the national grid. So while these news do not mean a lot for the long-term price perspective, sometimes not even the short-term price perspective, they do lead a rather negative narrative for cryptocurrencies. But that said, privacy tokens took a major hit, not just in terms of price, but also the larger narrative, as OKX said that it will suspend trading of Dash, Zcash, and Monero's XMR. So this did lead to quite a bit of pullback in terms of price for these privacy tokens. That said, as a part of a culture drive, Avalanche Foundation is set to purchase meme coins. Now, interestingly, the foundation said that these coins are often inspired by internet culture and human, and they go beyond mere asset utility. And this can also be attributed to the recent surge in tokens such as Bonk, which sort of single handedly kickstarted activity on the Solana network earlier this month. So Bonk's rise, and we just saw how Bonk price has been skyrocketing every now and then, and that did led a very good lending hand to Solana's ecosystem in terms of recovery, in terms of getting a lot of eyeballs. And Bonk has very comfortably made its way in the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap, almost challenging or would be about to challenge the monopoly of the top two meme coins, Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. So definitely other different DeFi ecosystems like Avalanche Foundation are looking keenly towards meme coins. So would this also indicate towards another boom for meme coins in the next year, as we see rise in this entire humor internet culture powered wave that saw the surge of meme coins? So, what are your thoughts on it? Do let me know either in the comments section or on our Telegram announcement channel. Do let me know what your thoughts on meme coins is, and how do you think meme coins would perform in the next year? That said, another interesting piece of news was that Bitcoin worth 1 billion US dollar, left exchanges in the largest single day outflows in 12 months just yesterday. Net outflows from exchanges usually indicate that investors have an intention of holding tokens or coins for the long term. So this is usually a bullish sign in the market whenever a lot of coins sort of escape exchanges, centralized exchanges, or flow out of exchanges, which we call outflows. That this sort of an on-chain activity usually supports a bullish narrative for cryptocurrencies. And on Wednesday, a little over 28,000 Bitcoin, worth over 1.10 billion, left centralized exchanges. And this also marked the largest single day outflow in Bitcoin since December 14th, 2024. This was according to fresh data by Glassnode, and we already spoke about how this represents or points towards investor intention of staying into the asset or continuing their position in the asset for the long term. So all in all, a rather good sign for Bitcoin and its long term trajectory this has been. And now a quick overview of how the market has been. And I think one way in which you can easily assess the market is taking a look at Bitcoin's price action and how Bitcoin price action has performed. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We will be taking a quick look at Bitcoin's yearly price action, and without a doubt, the trajectory that Bitcoin took up throughout this year is pretty impressive, and that too after um, a year packed with a lot of conundrum, a lot of drama, confusion, chaos, a lot of regulatory challenges that the industry saw as a whole. Now, finally, we're back in action, or let's say the crypto market cap is sort of back on track, and we can that clearly reflects in the over 150% gains that Bitcoin has seen on a year-on-year basis. So, all in all, a decent purview for not just Bitcoin's price, but the larger cryptocurrency market cap as well. While volumes and market cap of Bitcoin at the moment has slumped a little bit, it could largely be, and this is the 24-hour volume and the 24-hour market cap. This is largely due to the recent little bit of slump that Bitcoin price saw. But other than that, it does seem like gains have sort of promoted the market in a very positive direction. So, a rather optimistic view for the next year, with a lot of macro events sort of fueling excitement, enthusiasm, and optimism for Web3 crypto participants. So, watch out for that. And before I wrap today's session, a very important announcement for anyone who's joined or is watching. We will be going live on the 31st, that is in 2 days, and we're going to do a yearly wrap with the blockchain sensei team, with Ninja T, and these are some of the top traders in the crypto market. So if you want to get some quick tips about what cryptocurrencies to trade in the next year, and also want an extensive view of how the market has performed throughout this year, don't forget to tune in on 31st. We will be revealing the time very soon, so watch out on all the different social media platforms. Keep following Voice of Crypto on LinkedIn, X, Binance, YouTube, Facebook, and the plethora of channels that we are on. Don't forget to follow Voice of Crypto on all of these channels, and stay tuned, because we're going to be dropping the time for our 31st December live session. It is going to be a big 1 hour live session where we're going to be talking about all about the crypto Web3 market, and about the top trends, updates, and the top cryptocurrencies that you need to watch throughout next year. We're also going to be talking about the biggest gainers, the biggest losers of this year, and the biggest pieces of news as well. So this is going to be a rather action-packed session. Do not miss it out. And we will see you on 31st with the Blockchain Sensei team, with Ninja T, and with BitBlonce. So don't forget to miss that out. And I will see you in 2 days before we wrap this year up. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. And with this, I will conclude today's session. Bye bye.